So, you're on the hunt for a remote job that actually pays well, right? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to cut through all the noise and get straight to 7 of the most in-demand, high-paying remote jobs out there. Let's get into it.
I get it. You're probably sick of scrolling through endless job boards, seeing all these low-paying gigs or these so-called opportunities that just feel kind of sketchy. We've all been there, and you know what? It's super frustrating.
So that's exactly what we're doing here. No fluff, we are going to break down 7 remote jobs that aren't just a fantasy. These are roles with real, actual demand from companies, and they all have a solid starting pay of over $20 an hour. This is real, usable info you can act on today.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff. It is time for the main event. We're counting down the top 7 remote careers that you should seriously be looking at. So let's kick things off with number 7. Kicking off our list at number 7 is the customer service representative. Now, this is probably one of the easiest ways to break into the remote world. And guess what? The pay has gotten way more competitive. We're talking roles with huge companies where you're on the front lines helping people solve real problems.
Okay, so when you look at the breakdown here, a couple of things really jump out. First, that pay is solid, often starting well above $20 an hour. Second, you usually don't need a degree because these companies give you paid training. And that pro tip? That's golden. If you've ever worked in retail or hospitality, you already have the exact skills they're desperate for.
Coming in hot at number 6 is the Sales Development Representative, or SDR for short. Seriously, remote sales jobs have just blown up. If you're someone who gets fired up by performance-based pay, this is an awesome path. You're basically the hunter. Your job is to find and qualify potential customers before passing them on to the closers.
So, let's talk about the money, because it's a big deal here. You get a good base salary, but the real magic is in the commissions, which are often uncapped. I mean, the top performers, they're easily pulling in 6 figures. And like that pro tip says, this role is a direct launchpad to becoming a high-earning account executive.
All right, at number 5, we've got transcriptionist. If you're a stickler for details, have great grammar, and you can type like the wind, this is a super flexible remote career that's always in demand. Just think about it for a second. All the podcasts, all the YouTube videos, the Zoom meetings, someone has to type that all up. So here's the deal. How much you make is directly tied to how efficient you are. The faster and more accurate you are, the more you earn. Simple as that. And definitely listen to this pro tip. If you specialize in something technical like legal or medical transcription, that's how you consistently start earning at the higher end, often over $30 an hour. Moving right along to number 4, the specialized virtual assistants. Okay, first things first, forget everything you thought you knew about virtual assistants. We're not talking about basic data entry for $10 an hour. Today's VAs are specialists. They're remote partners who manage crucial parts of a business, from marketing to project management and everything in between.
I mean, look at that pay range, up to $45 an hour. That's serious. So what's the secret sauce to hitting that top number? It's all about specializing. A general VA might start around $20, but if you become the go-to expert for managing Shopify stores or running social media for real estate agents, you can demand those premium rates way faster.
Our number 3 spot goes to the freelance writer. You've heard it a million times. Content is king. And honestly, it's true. The need for really good, high-quality writing is basically bottomless. Every single business needs a blog, website copy, social media posts, which creates this huge, reliable market for people who can write well. Okay, listen up, because this is super important. Your portfolio is everything. You don't need a fancy degree, but you absolutely have to show people what you can do. Just like the slide says, start by building up some samples, then find a profitable niche to dive into. The writers who can explain complex topics in tech, or finance, or health, those are the ones raking in 50, 60, or even more per hour. All right, we're getting close. Coming in at number 2 is the remote medical coder. This one is a powerhouse of stability and high demand. Let's face it, healthcare isn't going anywhere, which makes this job pretty much recession-proof. You're the person who translates what a doctor does into a universal code so that hospitals and clinics can actually get paid. And that pro tip right there, it tells you everything you need to know. Certification is the absolute key. Yeah, it takes an investment of some time and money up front, but once you have it, it unlocks this incredibly stable, long-term, and well-paying remote career where your salary can really grow as you get more experience. And look, I know this might seem a little intimidating, but it's really not. We've broken it down for you right here into 3 clear, totally manageable steps. You
You start with the basics, you get through a good certification program, and then you pass the exam. It is a straight, proven path right into the industry.
And here it is, our #1 spot. The top high-paying remote career you should be thinking about is the remote bookkeeper. This role is the total package. It's got insane demand, the pay is fantastic, and the barrier to entry is surprisingly low. Why? Because every single business needs one.
So what makes bookkeeping our #1 pick? Well, just look at this. The pay is excellent, you don't need a 4-year accounting degree, and the work is recurring. That's huge. Once you land a client, you often have them for years. On top of that, it's super scalable. Lots of people start with just 1 or 2 clients and grow it into their very own virtual bookkeeping firm.
Okay, deep breath. We've just covered the what, now it's time for the how. Let's talk about your action plan to go out and actually land one of these amazing remote jobs.
Think of this as your personal launch checklist. Every single one of these steps is crucial. Tweak your resume, make sure your internet and workspace are ready to go, and never, ever stop learning. But I really want you to focus on number 5, networking. Trust me, so many of the best remote jobs are filled through a connection before they're ever even posted online.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground, huh? From customer service all the way to bookkeeping. So now, the ball's in your court. It's time to start thinking about which of these paths really clicks with your skills and what you want for your future.
And there they are, all 7, recapped for you right here. These are legitimate, in-demand, and well-paying remote careers. Each one is a real opportunity for you to build a flexible and profitable career, completely on your own terms.
And that leaves us with the biggest question of all. After seeing all these options, learning about the pay, the skills you need, and the chances for growth, which one of these paths feels right for you? Which one are you going to choose?